What's up guys, welcome to my channel. 2004 Toyota 4Runner, changing the door motor. Okay, this is the door motor. I do have a little trick up my sleeve, so we're gonna use that trick so we don't have to go crazy looking for that third bolt back there. But however, it's not changing air direction, plus it's going click 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 click. The part number on this baby is this is 604314. I did have issue with this. So the original part number on this one is 06370. There's numbers I can't see. 886. I'm not sure if that's all the numbers. 3470, 12 volts. So that's this little guy right here. Anyways, air is not changing direction, plus it's going click 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 click. Let's go inside. I did make a mistake changing I was supposed to change a blender motor, but ended up doing this because got confused with the part, because I asked him for blender motor, not a door motor. Sent me, so it does what it look like, but neither one was working. At least we got one thing resolved. Let's take a look and let's go inside. So the customer has AC, it's summer, and he cranked it to, he had heat, then he cranked it to AC. So hit blender motor, turned the door to AC. Now it's giving a cool air. But now the next day it got kind of cold, a little chilly. He wants to turn it back to heat a little bit, but the motor will not turn the door back. So that's what went down here. Blender motor usually will open up. All it won't even, like, let's say it was a winter, you had it on heat. If that motor had went bad and you turn it to AC, it won't even turn because it's filled right there. So you will not get an AC. So if you're not getting AC or heat, this is the piece you want to check. So right now his motor turned to AC, but it won't turn back. Usually you will hear like click 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 noise underneath the dash over the winter, because it's trying to understand like the contacts inside. I will do like a rebuild on it too down the road, or just this motor. But anyway, I did get the part. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna go inside. We're gonna check. We're gonna open the glove box. It's behind the glove box, and let's take a look if it does turn. Sometime tapping on it with the screwdriver will kind of where I started working because of the contact inside. Too much of talking. Let's go inside. So this truck is nice and hot right now. We should have heat. Sometime it will start to work because of the bumps. Like just like tapping on it, the bumps will do the same thing. So right now we're gonna put this on medium. So we do have kind of heat. No, we got AC. We got AC here. So let's turn off the AC, but it's still set on a cold temperature. So that's our AC. I'm feeling a cold air. With the AC it gets really cold. I'm gonna turn the AC off and I'm gonna turn the temperature. It's still cold. It should be getting hot. So we're gonna take a look underneath the dash. Let me open this up and we're gonna turn this truck off. And what we're gonna do, his glove box is broken. Usually I'm able to open this guy. How did I always open this? Oh yeah, this is how I opened it. Anyways, he got way too much stuff in there. We're gonna move most of his stuff out of there, so I'll be right back. Let me remove all the stuff and then we'll come back. So couldn't get all the stuff out. So there is a screw on this little guy. Usually these plungers would just break from internally, so his is, it's not working. It has no function and it is kind of broken, but I'm gonna remove the screw anyway. It's probably gonna just fall out. But anyway, you squeeze this side, and the glove box will come down. So our actuator is all the way down there, and this glove box will just come out just like that. So it is in kind of tight spot. So see, this guy just fell out. It's supposed to be right there. So it is on kind of tight spot, but we should be able to get to it. And it seems like we might have a wrong blend order. Okay, I'm gonna probably, this is the guy right here. So I'm not sure if you have the correct part. That's my scare now. But we're gonna remove this bottom guy here. Sometimes it will have screws. Does it have screws? Yeah, it's supposed to have a screw right here. And you do have this little module, so you'll get more room from the bottom to work on this little guy, so you could catch the screws and bolts from back over here, the upper one. But anyways, I think I'm looking at the wrong one anyway. I'm supposed to be looking at that one. Yeah, now it seems like it's more accurate. So let's see. Or it's that one. So I don't even know which one it is right now. There's two of them there. So anyways, what we're gonna do is we're gonna put the key in. We don't have to start the engine. And I'm just trying to figure out which one is more door right now. So let me get a screwdriver and we're gonna tap on this baby. So when I got a big screwdriver, so what I wanna do is, I wanna kinda tap on this. And if it changes direction, nothing's happening. Let me start the truck up. Okay, I'm just gonna look at my so I believe it's supposed to be this one right here, but I'm gonna go get my new motor, plug it up, and see if it changes direction. So I got my motor here, but so we're looking at the top one, and I'm trying to get this guy out of here. So after air filter, okay, we don't know what the hell. Okay, so this side is out, but this side doesn't want to come out for some reason. Is there any more screws that I'm not aware of? But I got not a good angle here. So there's two screws here, one here, but something is holding on to this. Okay, there's one more down here. So there's supposed to be 4 screws or 3 screws. So there's one more down here. I'm like, what the hell? It's like hidden. It's hard to see. So we both have a better access to that blender motor. Okay, so let me just get the screw right here. There it is. So one here, one here, one here. I'm not sure. There's supposed to be one on the opposite side, which is missing, and this cover should just come out. So there it is. We got a lot more, plenty of space to work with this little guy. Okay, so it's gonna be a little bit tough to get the screw down here, but seems like someone must have worked on it's missing anyway. The screw is missing, which is in our favor. Okay, yeah, it is missing. So we got 2 screws, 1 and 2. So we can't even plug it up. Oh yeah, we can plug it up. So what we're gonna do is, usually before you do anything, I would kind of pay attention to the back little the arms. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna disconnect this. So since I'm gonna plug in the new one just to test it. Okay, just to test it, I do want to plug in the new one. So let me get it. Oh, everything is just apart here. So you always gotta test before anything. So I mean, there's different types of tests, but you don't want to go crazy either. Sometimes people say the module itself, this guy right here, goes bad, but you don't want to jump the gun. So working with one hand is like freaking God's given skill. Okay, come on. Come on, little guy. I want to plug this on. So this little notch should kind of change as I turn the key. There you go. It started to move. See that? So pretty much we're gonna remove that. We have it on cold, so I'm gonna put it was on cold. It's giving us cold air with this, so it's right now it turned itself to where it's supposed to be at. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go and remove the screw all the way down there. Hopefully you guys can see. It's all the way back there on the top. Okay. Once I loosen it a little bit, I'm gonna try to fish it out with one hand. You don't want to drop it. If you drop it, you're not gonna find it unless it comes to the ground. Okay, I'm gonna turn this motor off too, the key off. Forgot. You don't want to keep working with the key on. That screw is pretty long, so let me at least turn this off. And this gonna be out of my way. So it's almost out. If it drops, it's fine. We'll get another screw if we need to find another screw. Okay, started to move already. So someone must have worked on this truck. Oh yeah, this truck was out for repairs for, let me just see if it is missing. Yeah, it is missing. Oh no, maybe I'm on the wrong slot here. Yeah, I am on the wrong slot. That is not missing. It's just not hard to see back there. So the new one, so that guy is all there. I'm gonna have to follow all the way down here. So this is the one I got. I'm gonna have to follow all the way down there. Oh God. Somehow, some way, I'm gonna have to get that out. So let me get these two out, and then I'll work on the next one out. Once I have it out, I will show you guys how I did it. So give me a moment. Okay, so great idea. You see this air recirculation door here? I'm gonna press on this button, and this baby is gonna open up, and then I'll turn the key off, and it should stay there, and we should be able to fish the other screw from like right over here. Okay, so that's something you guys should be able to do from right over here. So give me a moment. I'm gonna get that off. I'm not gonna be able to record on the camera. Okay, so I did. My camera was rolling. So my friend told me, I don't know if I was recording and I'd stop the recording, so he told me to remove these screws. I asked him how did it, because he told me he did one of these. So he said that back bolt is gonna be really hard to get to, but you should be able to fish this guy out from right over here, and it does have enough clearance to get this guy out. He told me he also bent this guy out a little bit like that, and then the whole thing slipped out. So same way, you get it in and out, and there it is. So this thing, he told me you're gonna have to remove this, put this on to the new one. So that's what we're gonna do. We're gonna hold it in the same position, and we're gonna get this guy in. Okay, so you always want to put so when I install this on that, it's only gonna go one way, but still make sure you mark it or something. So this thing has to come off. Let me see how this works. So I'm not sure how this comes off, but it's like a little tab in there that's holding this thing in there. So I had to lift it up. So it's a little tab that I'm gonna just pull down on. It's part of this little mechanism. Come on, let me push it in first. Flathead screwdriver might do the trick, so let me get that. Oh yeah, flathead screwdriver works better. I'm not sure. Need second person here with me. There you go, it came out. So what I want to do is, so pretty much what we did in there was remove these 3 screws. Don't worry about it, it's not gonna the whole thing is not gonna part it, because it does have clips of its own. And once it's in there, I'm gonna put it all back together, and then I will explain to you. 1, 2, 3. So yeah, sometimes they just make things complicated. That little screw, come on, at least I don't know, they could have put something else, at least a different angle. So I'm gonna disconnect this little guy right here. So I do want to explain something to you. So this is only going to go one way. So all you do is you take this little guy, and it should snap right in. It should not come out once it's in there. There you go. So there's something that rides here, there's something that rides here, there's something that rides in here. So make sure all 3 things are in there, and now I'm thinking maybe this is not the door motor, because it's controlling so many things. Why would I need to do that? Control so many things. So I'm gonna have to get this guy in there, and once it's in there, just make sure all 3 arms are in there. So this could be more door motor, but as I changed, did I change? I don't remember. All right, we'll figure that part out later. Unfortunately, everything works, but this isn't the blender motor. This is the motor motor. Okay, so the parts guy screwed us. The person who purchased this motor, because I see contact hand marks on the motor itself in the box, so someone purchased this part and they probably exchanged it. But motor motor is what changes. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna push this button and it's gonna move. You see that? It moved. I'm gonna pull up, it moved. So it was bad. I heard it going clink 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 before. This is a friend of mine who owns this truck, so I'm gonna put everything back together and I'm gonna wait for the new motor. I'm gonna have to contact him. So that one should be a little bit we're gonna have to remove this little guy, and there should be a bolt. Oh, there's nothing down there, so we should be able to pop this open and we should have a better access to it. But same scenario, we are gonna have to chase that 3rd bolt back there for this little guy, and this is the other way around, so we can't do what we did over here. So if you guys want to change your motor motor, this is the little guy right here. So that's what we're looking at. So this was going clank 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 clank. I did try the motor to see which one. Nothing was work. So at least we're gonna resolve both issues instead of one. So let me put this back together. All I need to do is put these screws back and the top screw over there, and then I'll leave this truck alone for the day and I'll wait for that new piece.